Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. This is Betty Bear from Betty Bear's Nomadic Travels, and today, my tiny house is going to get a facelift. Oh my gosh, yes. A while back, to make a long story short, I'm going to get a new axle on my tiny house. It's a little single axle. We're going to a shop in Redding, California, but the gentleman that owns the shop, his name is Steve. And he repaired my axle, I think he said November of last year. My daughter took my tiny house, and I did not, the maintenance thing I always talk about was not, I did not do it correctly. I had someone, not a professional, pack the bearings, and they didn't do it right. So she took the tiny house and went down to San Francisco and did a few things last year before I started the nomadic life. And she's my nomad baby too. That's what she wants to do. She's the one that's building out that expedition. Anyway, so she took us to San Francisco, and on her way back from San Francisco, the back tire seized up, and it seized up bad, almost caught on fire. I mean, it was burning like a crispy critter, but literally not to the point where it caught on fire, but it was pretty bad. So it did a whole lot of damage back there. Anyway, so I took it to this guy, this shop guy, somebody recommended him, and took it to this shop, and he patched it as best that he could, short of putting a new axle on it. And at that time, I couldn't afford a new axle. Because, and I'll let him explain it to you, but evidently there's two different kind of axles on my tiny place, and the one that I have on the trailer now is really hard to find. I mean, like 3 or 4 weeks out to find it right now. He says, I'm not sure I can even find it. But he said the standard one that if something happened out in the desert, like the tire blow up, if it had anything to do with the axle, then it would be a matter of yank it in the shop, and everybody's got one of these things, and it would be an easy fix. So anyway, that being said, he's going to fix it. He's going to put he's taking the old one off, and he's putting this new axle on it. So I'm going to have a brand new axle, and I feel really comfortable about that, because I in the back of my mind, I always worried, because I knew this was going to be a temporary, not a 100% fix. It was going to be a temporary fix. So anyway, I'm excited about that. He's going to have it first thing this morning, and he's going to, by the end of the afternoon, he said he's going to be done. So anyway, we're heading to the shop right now, and I'll catch up with you guys when we get there. Hey, well, this is the guy that I was talking about earlier. His name is Steve. And Steve, what are you to this place?
The service writer.
The service writer to this place, and the name of the place is?
Redding Trailer Center.
Redding Trailer Center in, obviously, Redding, California.
Yes.
So he's going to kind of give us a little walkthrough on what he did to my trailer so that you guys got an idea. All right, well, let's head out.
So this is a torsion axle. The suspension is built into the axle. If the suspension fails in this axle, it's extremely difficult to get a hold of this axle and have a replacement one installed. So what we did was we took the torsion axle out from under the trailer and put a straight axle in there with spring suspension, and those components are easily available throughout the United States. Okay, so this is an example of the axle that we put into your trailer. You can see that the suspension is made from the springs. Although this axle is much smaller than what we put under your trailer, this is a good example of what we did put under there. The straight axle, hubs, and spring suspension.
Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate you. Okay, this was a little bit of an idea of what he did to my trailer, and I want to tell you that when I called here, he did some work on it before. When I was telling you a snippet before of what happened when it burned all the pieces there, and I called him yesterday? I called him yesterday, and he got me in today. So if you guys by chance are anywhere around Redding and you have a situation with your axle, now what kind of vehicles? Hang on, just a minute. Okay, Steve, what kind of vehicles and trailers do you work on?
Horse trailers, boat trailers, most any trailer. The only thing I wouldn't work on is a travel trailer. Like if you had your refrigerator was broken, I couldn't fix that. But if you had an axle that was no good on your travel trailer, I could fix that. But for the most part, any trailer.
Well, Steve was just telling me that the jack isn't working very well, and I know that because sometimes I get stuck in a spot where I literally have got both hands and I'm cranking on it the best I can crank it, and I can't get it to go. And he says, well, I had trouble with your jack. And he says, well, I'll change it. And I said, oh my gosh, yes. So they're going to take their time, and they're going to change my little, what do you call that? It's a jack. It's a jack. They're going to change my jack. Yay! This is so exciting. I'm so tickled. Sometimes I get that thing where I literally have to wedge myself between the trailer and that and the toolbox to get that thing cranked up. But this is going to be great. Oh man, I'm so excited. Thanks, Steve. Look at that. Look at that.
Piece of cake. Now you won't bust your knuckles.
I know. I know. That's what I was thinking. I was so excited. The other one cranked at the top. It went this way. And so that toolbox right there, I'd have to literally open the lid to the toolbox and it would bang my knuckles every time. But this one, the crank is on this way. And so I won't have to bang my knuckles. That's pretty exciting. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, life's simple pleasures, you know? Travis, thanks, dude. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I told you guys earlier I was getting a facelift. My trailer was getting a facelift. Oh man, I got a facelift and a tummy tuck all at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Steve, so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And this is, again, remind me where we are again.
Reading Trailer Center.
And the phone number of Reading Trailer Center is?
530-241-2312. Ask for Steve in service.
Yay! Thank you, Steve. Well, we got the new axle on the trailer today. We got a new jack. That's pretty exciting. The whole thing was just great. My little tiny house is so happy now. And peace of mind. I'm happy with the peace of mind because I knew that axle was a temporary fix. I just didn't know how long it would last. But you know, it did hold up really well. I went 3,000 miles on the darn thing, so it did hold up pretty darn good. I'm just really glad now I got a brand new axle, I got a brand new springs back there, and I got a brand new jack, and she's really happy and I'm happy too. So if you liked any of this little video, give me a little thumbs up there, hit that little bell icon, and subscribe to the channel. And if you know someone that is in need of some really good quality people, quality work in a very affordable price range, give these guys a call. They're really, really great. Steve was wonderful. This was Reading Tractor Center. What a great bunch of guys. I absolutely have to thank them from the bottom of my heart. So anyway, we're going to get out of here. We're going to hit the road. I don't know where we're going, but I'll take you guys along with us.